Right, we are back. The Universal. This is episode 20, I believe. In fact, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure. We've got a special episode for you today because I've been, giving it a break for a minute. Kind of feel like I needed to have a break from it, to be honest. I think I was getting a little bit I was getting a little bit ahead of myself on the thing, but I love showing that I'm human just like everyone else. Some things in life will kind of make us to think things, and I think it's when we can like bring it back down to reality, or when we're brought back to reality, however means that happens. That it's necessary that those things happen. And so I've had 2 days break from it. Not from the work, but I've had 2 days break from the broadcast. And it is March the 4th. So I'm marching forth. I'm marching forth with something today. Something nice. Something different, actually. We are going to do, a little bit of Taha in the Quran. We're going to go through some of the footnotes as well. As well. But as we do usually, we're going to go through some notes as well, and then I'll save the little surprise for in a second when I tell you what else we got planned, which hopefully you might find quite interesting. I'll have you know. So, and it's interesting to me because I thought, there's no better thing to. I need to turn my phone off. It's going to distract me. Go away. Just throw it away. Be gone with you. We're gonna do something special. I don't know when to do it actually. Should I do it at the beginning? Should I do it at the ending? Because I've got a feeling it might take a little bit of time. I'll tell you what, we'll do it in the middle. We'll do a little bit first. We'll start with prayer though. In the name of Allah, the entirely beneficent, the entirely merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, sovereign of the day of recompense. It is you, Allah, whom we serve, and it is you, Allah, whom we ask for help. Guide us, Allah, to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed favour, not of those who have evoked your anger, nor those who are astray. And I've grabbed my phone back. Look how fast that was until I actually ended up getting it back. Just because I'm going to say this prayer as well. O Allah, I seek thy refuge from anxiety and grief, and I seek thy refuge from lack of strength and laziness, and I seek thy refuge from cowardice and niggardliness, and I seek thy refuge from being overpowered by debt and the oppression of men. O Allah, suffice thou me with what is lawful, to keep me away from what is prohibited, and with thy grace make me free from want of what is besides thee. And where is it? He, Allah, is one God. Allah is He of whom none is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He neither begets nor is He begotten, and there is none like unto Him. I bear witness that none deserves to be served nor worshipped besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom all praise is due forever. I bear witness that the Honourable Elijah Muhammad is the messenger of Allah and the exalted and living Christ. I further and lastly bear witness that the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the divine reminder and the comforter in our midst. Praises be to Allah. And I want to thank the entire nation of Islam for being, as it is, our teaching source during such a dark hour. And I would like to thank my mother, who raised me up, made sacrifices that I'm learning of, and that yet I will never comprehend the depth of. This is the series of broadcasts, as you know, it's the Universal. We'll be sharing to the best of our ability what we've been learning and writing down for the purpose of quickening us to life and to help us to grow into a spiritual mind of Almighty God, who came in the person of Master W. Fard Muhammad. Here's something I want you to just take on this little journey that we're going to go through today, is that be your unique self. I found that, and I guess I've got a little bit of a head start because it's my gift, but I have a gift of words. Words are my gift. Explaining things are my gift. And, you know, explaining, what's the word? Articulating, that's it. Articulating and decoding and seeing through the reading in between the lines, they say. Sometimes when you always go on the lines, people kind of just have this, what's the word? They have this sense that they have the right to be ignorant towards it because they feel like they've already seen it. And so when you go in between the lines, it's almost like you're going into the unknown. And I always look at it like closing the gap. The gap between what? Well, put it this way, it's like in between those two lines is the gap. And you can creatively submerge yourself in it and, give from that place, teach from that place. I'll give you something else. I was writing, I was just doing all my writing just then. Sometimes recently I've been sitting outside. Last 2 days, don't know about you lot, but for those in the UK, but for everyone else, don't know. But for you in the UK, it's been really lovely, the weather. So I've been outside with my laptop instead of being in a morbid coffee shop. And it's not morbid in there, to be fair. There's a few lovely people in there. But yeah, been outside making my writing, and this is what came because something that we should know is that here we go. When Farrakhan came and played for the Most Honourable Elijah Muhammad at the table, he came again, didn't he? And he played the same song, played the same thing, and the Honourable Elijah Muhammad said, "Well, don't you know anything new?" He was like, "Don't you know anything new?" Now look, check this out. I put, see how Elijah Muhammad was a little perturbed that Farrakhan, the man sent from God, didn't know anything new on his instrument? See, Allah likes to see something brand new every once in a while, and He doesn't like seeing us stay the same. He likes it when we develop and evolve into Him. He likes it when we pay attention to the newness that is available for us to become. Now, but look, why would God be disturbed that we can only play one song? Stay on one monotone thing? I wonder. See, he was looking for colour. He was looking for versatility, array, chords, difference, unalike. He was looking for uniqueness. The Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan is like this with us. Have you noticed he wants to exalt the new? Have you noticed he wants to meet the new? He is looking for the new man. He is looking for the new in us. He knows that what is contained in the newness is the future. So I just wanted us to, I do that with some of my prayers. Sometimes, the very fact that Allah has given you a life to live, the way that you choose to live it, is also a sign that He's giving you that same freedom within, the bounds of your obedience. So, which is beautiful because it has no limits. Praises be to Allah. Praises be to Allah. So, what he's saying is, you don't just have freedom in the world. Oh, I'm gonna go to this place. I'm going to go to that place. I'm going to go to this country. I'm going to go to that. That's not really the type of freedom I'm talking about here. I'm saying we don't all have to be, you know, dressing, well, dressing the same, yeah. But in terms of like being of the same essence or being of the same creative formula all the time. And listen, I know that when someone uses a good example or when somebody reflects good wisdom, it's good to replicate it. It is good. Repetition is very good. But, you know, see, repetition disturbed Elijah Muhammad when Farrakhan played the same song twice. And there's a sign in that is that since he's given us, since Elijah has given us what he's given us, he also wants to see the result of what happens when he's given it to us and then what that does for us. And then as into our relationship with what he's given and as to relationship to what that's just going to naturally manifest inside of us. So don't be afraid to step out on faith. Don't be afraid to like explain something the way that you feel is best. And don't let anybody make you to doubt what you're doing and how you're choosing to express yourself. Because, God has no limits. I'll tell you that right now. Sometimes everyone wants to put God in a box, Well, it's like, just let me be. Let me be. Let me be. Leave me alone. Let me be. They say that, don't they? Let me be. Just let me be. Let me leave me be. And there's a reason for it, because like when somebody is tuned into their uniqueness and it's in tune, it's in alignment, it's in harmony with the God, don't disturb someone in that, because you will disturb it, and you will disturb the whole internal beehive, and you'll be surprised. Oh, we would be surprised what comes, and sorry, I need to stop fiddling with these because it'll probably come out really. Fiddling with two keys, eh? Two keys. But praises be to Allah. Let us find our uniqueness. Okay, we're gonna do. What should we do first? I'll tell you what. We will start off from last time. We had one, two, three. Well, it's 2.5. Well, no, yeah, it's 3.5. 3.5 little. And God knows what it's going to be. Some of these I might skip because I was skipping a few of them last time because they were just stupid and emotional and I didn't really need to say them. I mean, I probably could. I probably had the time. No, I definitely didn't have the time, but I probably could have. But it just meant I was digressing on it, and I didn't want to go into all that stuff. I was quite tired last time. I really exhausted myself in that short bracket of doing the lecture, doing the broadcast, and just emptying myself where I'd been, and doing this no wonder the minister just was like, no wonder the minister was so like, so spent. No, and you know what? It's actually, he's a miracle. He's a walking miracle. I'll tell you why, because after all that, see, he talks about all that stress put on his body, from doing the work. He goes, all that stress on my body. I think that's from the Swan Song. God, he said it all in that lecture, to be honest. But it's a miracle, yeah, that he actually does look that good. It is. It really is, because even just a bit of this energy, just a bit of this flame, this fire of the Holy Spirit, it can really, when you reach the end of it, shall I say, when you've got to the point where you've given a little bit too much of yourself, like the minister does sometimes. Sometimes he'll get through a lecture and be like, oh, I might need to just sit down a minute here, or he might say, oh, I might need to cut this just a bit short here, because he'll just feel you'll feel the weight of it, But anyway, let's start a couple of these. Make truth look pretty if it isn't. Yeah, we got through this last time, but I did say try not to make it look pretty if it isn't. Just say it as it is, because you might just be taken away from truth, right? But we said that. The language that you use reflects your state of thinking. Yep. We did that. We did that. I am insignificant, but what comes forth from me of good is from the Lord. I've done a vision. I've ingested knowledge and I've soaked it up. Yeah. When God's happy, that's when I'll be happy. Yeah. I was thinking that when I get home, like, I just got a bit of a sign on the way home, like, I was just thinking about God, as I do. And then, like, I seen a massive sign that just said the garden, and I was like, the garden of paradise. And then immediately I thought, yeah, well, they're going in first. I was like, it's them that are going in first. I said, I don't care, like, if you're saying, if it's like a little sign of, oh, the garden, like, I ain't even gonna imagine myself there unless they are going first. So, and when I say they, I'm talking about, you know, the children of Israel. I'm talking about the children of Almighty God, the children of, you know, once ex-slave, you know, the ex-slaves, those who were ex-slaves, those who were, you know, has been downtrodden and rejected and despised in the world. So when God's happy, that's when I'll be happy. When God's in heaven, that's when I can make my way in. But Christ has got to be formed in us, beloved. All right. When you find your purpose, not only does it all make sense, but it all changes too. That's really true. Especially if you found your purpose or you liken yourself into the purpose of God. You know, because in this dunya, coming up raised in sin and iniquity, and you find God, listen, and if you really have found God there, you ain't staying the same. There's no way. There's just no way. And if you do, that's a foolish thing to do. Just saying. Because there's too much in the study of God, there's too much in the reality of God to really ignore, to not be getting on with, or to not acknowledge, noticed. You know? So, let's go. Birds born in cages think that flying is a disease. Yep. That's the conditioning. You know, that's why you got to break out. You have to break out of the spell of you having to please others when really God is the only one that you need to please. You know? Mother, you made a warrior. I'm not kidding. That's one from my mother. She did. She so did. I've put wake and bake is a grave mistake. Lol. The good old days, eh? The good old days. So, if you don't know what that means, it means getting up and getting high is an early goodbye. See how I made it rhyme? Still, to this day. Alright, let's go. No matter how many times the ego is put to death, it will revive itself in a new form. The bigger the light, the bigger the shadow. On every level, there's a new devil. On every higher level, there's a higher devil. We'll say that. That part. Okay. The special part of me is dying when in fact the ego is slowly deteriorating. I always had that. You know, there's this thing in the Quran that says they wish that you could they would turn you back to their to their religion or to their ways. You know, out of envy, they wish that you would turn back and go back to their ways from what you've gone forth to. You know, they look at what you've gone forth to and they think, God, I wish you would just turn back. Come back to me. And I'm like, no, go away, I'm ascending. How about you come up to me? How about that one? Anyway, what a feeling. Keep believing. Alright. Those friends that wait for your success in hope to jump on it, leave them. They are not going to change just because they got a little money. Right? They are not going to change just because they get, yeah. God knows. God knows. Yeah, oh, I know what you mean. Oh, I know what you mean now, brother. You get a bit of success. And I love that. They're not going to change. Do you get it? See how I'm artistic like that? They're not going to change because you have change. Have you got any spare change? They're not going to change just because they got a little money. Or just because you got a little money. Those friends that wait for your success in hope to jump on it. You know, that's a really low and desperate thing to do, you know. You know, waiting for somebody's success. Not supporting somebody's success, but waiting for somebody's success in order to jump on it as though, you know, you can become a part of it. As though you help build it, you know. And it's like, nah. nah, mate. It's not gonna happen, mate. Sorry, it's my little Scouse accent there. Stomach's really, you know, you can never hear it, I don't think, my stomach, but it always feels like I can always feel it, and it always sounds to me like it's making all these types of noises. So I always apologise for it. Apologising for my stomach doing its thing. I hope we're all having a good Ramadan, by the way. Alright. Wait, what? I hope some of these artists ain't just soulless clones using transplanted musical memory chips. Because right now there are some really dope, talented artists with some clean music. Yeah. There's a lot, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of them, but, you know, it's really interesting how fast something falls. Pardon me. It's really, it's really, it's really interesting to me how something that can gain so much traction so quick can just seemingly fade out. And it's like the enemy really does have, and you know, it may fade out like naturally in a way, but then in other areas I feel like the people that end up being potential leaders, they sell out too soon, and maybe they just don't really know what they're getting themselves into. Or maybe they just don't know. See, this is why I'm glad I did all this studying and stuff before. I'm so glad. Pardon me. Stomach's doing something. I'm so glad that I did all of this like planning and preparation and getting my spirit right and going through all the shadow work and going through all the, you know, the deep stuff, like not all the deep stuff, but enough of it to know and for it to transform me, you know, to make me more vigilant, to make me more like, what's the word, alert and more like aware of the times and what must be done and just aware of certain things that perhaps I might have needed or must need to understand or to get a grip on. I think sometimes when we get a little bit of something, we seem to just, yo, I've made it, and it can sometimes be our biggest mistake, you know. Anyway, let's go. If they got a voice, don't ever let them silence yours. If they got a voice, don't let them silence yours. Yeah, literally, like, want for your brother what you got for yourself. Like, it shouldn't bother you that somebody else got a voice, you know. Do you know what I mean? Somebody's got a voice, like, tune in, because whose is that voice? You might not know whose voice that is, you know, especially if it's having some kind of, hitting some kind of motion. If it's spinning the planet, brothers and sisters, the internal universe, if it's striking the plants of our being, if it's causing the fruit of our being to grow and be abundant, praises be to Allah, then we should definitely take heed to something like that, you know? It's like, I wouldn't necessarily, if I was looking for a DJ, yeah, and somebody, and all these people, like, I had an audience, yeah, and I was like bringing people in, okay, like DJs, to play for the audience, and there was this one DJ that just kept coming in, and everyone would just be like, yo, like, I love this guy, I love what he said. You know, that's a big, massive like impact. All that stuff. I'd watch out for that one. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the one that everyone's just like slowly nodding, like go you, like yay. I wouldn't really. I mean, of course, he's credit to you, mate. But you know, it's like the preachers. Like you had all these preachers, man, and then Farrakhan walks in, raising the roof, man. Just absolutely raising the absolute frequency. Just raising us to life. Do you know what I mean? Such a one we have to bear into account. We have to take into account because we might not know whose voice. Oh, I need to put my charger back on. We might not know whose voice that is. Let me put it over there. Stop disturbing me, charger. Stop it. I'm in the spirit. Let me teach. Right. Gosh. God, I don't like being interrupted. Because it's not me you're interrupting. Understand? Alright. Why... Wait. Why is it crime to tell the truth? So I so get that. People think it's just... People just treat you like a crime. Oh, you're just a crime, mate. People just want to just shut your mouth. They just want to grab your face and just shut your mouth, don't they? They just want to shut your mouth. But just don't shut your mouth. Just open yours louder and it'll shut theirs. Love it. We love it. Okay. I feel like I'm under spiritual attack sometimes. Like forces on other frequencies get louder and therefore begin to distort everything. I can hear voices flipping out. This is me from 2019. God, bless little me. My dreams are disturbing and things are moving. I've put. Yeah, transformations. It's like that. Shadow work's like that, guys. You're not gonna have a fun time. The devil's not gonna let you just walk out of hell. Think about that for a second. You know, you really think the devil's just gonna allow you to walk out of hell? I don't think so. You know, you gotta fight your way out. You know, you gotta imagine the flight of stairs from hell to heaven. Imagine them first couple stairs. Imagine them first couple flights of stairs, man. What you're gonna see on them stairs, bro. You see what I'm saying? Alright, let's move on. Trying to get through these quick because I want to get to the surprise in a minute. We are going to do it in a minute. We're going to do it in like in the beginning area of the episode, and then we'll do a bit of Taha at the end because there might be something that we just learned from what I'm about to show you. I want to see it as well because I've put it on pause. I could slide to that way and show you. Oh, you've maybe seen a bit of it then. But yeah. Right, okay. Alright. I'm changing my life for you, God, and I want you to know that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to God. If you know what to do, do what you know. Yeah, just have faith. It'll all work out. It really will. Just love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and you've got it made. I swear to God, man. Alright. A clown on a throne is still a clown. Wait. Flipping Nora, here we go. A clown on a throne is still a clown. A king in rags is still a king. Yeah. That's how we roll, man. Yeah, man. Do you know there's so many people that are today? They just on this silly type of throne. It's not even a throne. I wouldn't even say it's a throne. I'd just say it's like it's like they're at Vanity train station performing. You know. And then the king in rags is like some guy that's just, I don't even know. I love that. A king in rags is still a king in rags. Oh wait, no. I said wait. A king in rags is still a king. But you know, God hides his kings in men like that, you know. You know, Jonah or like Jeremiah or like Job or Joel or like Abraham. Not that they were in rags, but And Moses as well. Yeah, pretty much all the prophets. Like, let's just be honest, all the prophets. Like Noah as well. Like the rags really is what I mean. Is it in an environment or like seemingly in a place of like complete, utter help me. Like it's almost like you look at the situation, you're like, yeah, you're definitely like cuckoo or something. Like, they must have walked past Noah and been like, yeah, Noah, he's definitely gone crazy. And like Moses, they saw him challenging Pharaoh, like this guy's gone ballistic, he's gone absolutely insane. And Jesus, teaching what he was teaching amidst all those Roman soldiers, and then just getting about and not getting caught. And they must have just thought the brother wants to kill himself. I swear to God, man. But that's kind of what it is. It's like the rags is sometimes the not the physical rags, but it's just the way it's the way that God makes a man, isn't it? Praise be to Allah. All right. I was crowded during my struggles, and I was alone during my success. Hmm. Slow motion on that side. You have to see. I've put use games to explain stuff, and it's really interesting because our youth might like stuff like this. So I've put life is like the Call of Duty emblems. You have to study a lot of things outside and within the walls of yourself to get to the next level of understanding, where you go back to the beginning, but this time you're elevated. Most of the time, when we feel like we've just got used to flying, there's a sudden fall, or there's a shift of being that feels like you've been taken back to the start. Well, that is you prestige to the next level of life, to work for the next version of yourself, where you will keep rising and falling until you unlock more of it yourself, until you earn the achievements. You see how I'll make that relate? Praises be to Allah. Right, we're going to get through it. Come on. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Recognizing a fault in another is recognize a fault in yourself. God is making me sharp, but he's also making me love, and love is sharp. Love is fierce. The reason why you don't understand me is because you don't understand God. Alright, calm down, mate. Praise be to Allah. I treat a biscuit like it's a sin. That's what I put on it. I treat a biscuit like it's. I fully do though, mate. I really do, guys. I really do. I'll be there opening a packet of biscuits like I'm such a terrible person. Look at me. I'm such a sinful, terrible person. As I eat the biscuits, I'm like, oh, forgive me, Allah. All right. Right, I put we try for a minute, then relax all day. That's about, I just know where we are, do you know what I mean? I just know where we are. Alright. So much love between high and by. Soon as hello, you say goodbye. All in a day. A little boy sleeps on a car seat chair, playing fires high on his way somewhere. Stranger at the window gives me I've always just found. Sisters laying cards and flowers on the ground. All in a day. All in a day. All in a day. Yeah. All in a day. Yeah. One of my father's songs, actually. That's what it made me think of. Because he says, soon as hello, you say goodbye in the second verse. And it just made me think of that. And, no, I won't mention that, but yeah. So life is life. Life be lifing. Alright, does it mean it's not true if you don't understand it? I'll say that again. Does it mean it's not true if you don't understand it? We'll go one further, and if you don't understand it, what does it mean that you need to do to know if it's true? Boom. Alright, and then the last thing. See the piles of writing that's a product. Yeah, that's a product of the pain I've put. You see the piles of writing, that's a product of the pain. Yeah. Some of them were actually lyrics, I think. I don't even know if they were lyrics or not. Sometimes when the lyrics are like spaced out, and they were, so God knows. But yeah. Alright, well, we got through that bit. We've done the prayers, we've done the rest of that. Right, okay. Drum roll. Do, 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 do. We've got a special thing here. You ready for this? We've got Mother Tynetta's Taha Symphonic Suite, the final call. Alright, and it's quite long, you know. When does she start playing? Oh, God knows, it's going to be quite long, this. But it'll be interesting. You might like it, guys. You might enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. I wanted to watch it, so, you know, come on. It might be interesting, and if you've not seen it, it'd be interesting. Again, I've not done anything like this so far on the broadcast, and to me, Taha is just quite interesting. There's something about Taha. Taha. I don't understand that. I don't understand what I mean by this. Well, let's just initial letters of this chapter, which serve as its title. The greater part of it is devoted to the story of Moses, showing how Moses. This is the Quran, by the way. Like explaining what the chapter itself is about. Part of it is devoted to the story of Moses, showing how Moses was successful after passing through various trials. The subject matter of the chapter is given in the very first statement made in verse 2, that the Holy Quran was revealed to be triumphant in the world. The last chapter deals at length with the story of Jesus and is followed by one dealing in detail with the story of Moses. It opens with a comforting message to the Holy Prophet, to the effect that he should not be disheartened by the bitter opposition to his preaching, because his mission would assuredly be crowned with success. The first 5 sections out of a total of 8 are taken up with the story of Moses, the prophet's mission being introduced towards the close of the fifth section. The remaining 3 sections are taken up with the description of the opposition to the prophet and the consequences of that opposition. The revelation of this chapter belongs to the same period as that of the last chapter. They connect this story to Umar's conversion to Islam, which took place in the 5th year of the Prophet's call. It was the recital of this chapter by his sister that changed Umar's murderous intention against the Prophet into a falling of deep love and reverence for him. Well then, come on the minister, let us hear what we have to say. Let's just go in with it, because I know we've already been a while. It might be a longer episode than usual, because I've not done it for 2 days, you know. Give me a break. Well, I'm not giving you a break. Hey, and guess what time it is? It's 14:44. So we got all the 4s when we're about, and it's the 4th of March. Come on, let's go. We're about to just come on.
This beautiful young woman who used to
Tynetta.
use bongos and other musical instruments
Yay.
as a means of getting out of the house so she could come and hear the teachings of the Honourable Elijah Muhammad. And little did we know that one day she would become his wife and one of his great students. To all of the musicians that are here, what we do not sometimes understand is how divine revelation introduces sometimes new forms of art, culture, and music. Mother Tynetta's insatiable desire for knowledge has taken her all over the world. And tonight...
That's really, by the way, sorry, I'm going to play this any second. That's so powerful what he just said. He said that sometimes revelation has such an impact on the creative world of man internally, that what comes from it after new revelation is given, or what comes from us after we've been introduced to new revelation, completely is, unique and new, and that's just a beautiful thought to have in mind.
Her dream, not fully and completely fulfilled, because in her travels to Mongolia, she really wanted to bring the Mongolian symphony and wed the Mongolian symphony with the musicians from the United States of America. On this stage, you have those playing some Chinese instruments.
Oh, don't be doing this.
Over
We can't be doing it.
40,000 children in Gaza have
it's
lost
relative.
their parents.
It's relative.
They call it the city of orphans. The prophet.
Oh Allah, let us just have a moment to pray for Gaza. Oh Allah, I hope, Allah, that this war is the beginning of the ease for Gaza. And even though it may be more intense for other areas and other places, I pray, Allah, that Gaza is seen as less of a primary target for her wicked oppressors, Israel. And yeah, that just, it wasn't an accident that was supposed to take place. But, as we all know, adverts are not always the best thing in the world. But yes.
And other instruments of the world, because all of her journey was to unite human beings, regardless of race or color or ethnicity, through culture, through art. And so tonight, this woman who never took a lesson in music at all, but as her son, Brother Ishmael Muhammad, said, she would go to the piano, and as she would read and study the Quran, certain things would come to her as she would get to the piano, and she composed the Muslim March and Song of Victory, which was recorded in Mexico City by the Mexico City Symphony, and it was also recorded in Cairo, Egypt by the Cairo Symphony. This is a work that she has been working on for a while, and she will explain Taha.
Oh, yes.
What it means, where it comes from,
yes,
and why it so inspired this composition tonight.
All right,
Those who know Rimsky-Korsakov, those who know Prokofiev, those who know some of the modern composers, this work is amazing. And my friend and brother, Dr. Lin, who will conduct this orchestra, his son, and Sister Lily Wan, and others who will perform. I want to thank all the members of the orchestra, all the members of the chorus, and above all, I thank Almighty God, Allah, for producing this wonderful woman. I thank her mother, who is passed on, and her father, for producing a sister and a mother whose impact will be felt in Islam for decades and centuries to come. Brothers and sisters, it is my honor to present to you our sister, mother of the faithful, wife of the Honourable Elijah Muhammad, composer of the Taha Suite, Mother Tainata Muhammad.
Missing it. Oh. Praise be to Allah. Oh,
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
alaikum salam.
In the most holy name of Allah,
Sorry about the
the
jottering.
all-wise, true, and living God, who came to us not as a spirit, but in the form that we would recognize and ultimately come to acknowledge as being the true and living God, Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. We thank him for
Rasul.
raising in our midst the most Honourable Elijah Muhammad, to whom much has been given
Yes.
and much yet to be recognized and manifesting his power in this millennium. I am so overwhelmed with the words that our dear beloved brother, the Honourable Minister Farrakhan, has shared, that it does take me a little back, and I'm overwhelmed with your presence and to see you, and that I can talk to you from a certain perspective that I have never had an opportunity to share before. And I thank you for coming. We're going to move along, and I'm going to introduce two young artists. One is the young harpist from Washington, D.C., and if they will come forward.
That's Brother Rasul there,
This is Sister
by the way.
Indio Blue Muhammad, one of those indigo children. And she really has made a reputation and name for herself at a very young age and has recorded many of her musical compositions on the harp.
Wow.
We have also a brother who has graced us with his whole family. His father is here, his mother, and the rest of the family are celebrating the Mongolian New Year, happened to correspond to our Savior's Day. So they are all involved at the University of Indiana and other programs throughout the state. This is our dear brother Delgurbat Ush. And he comes before us in his national dress, and he represents the Mongolian family, which is also our family, uniting with our Native American family until we all become one. And we are going to hear them play background music as I give you a very brief story about the mystical journey traveling around the universe, traveling around the earth, as we become more knowledgeable about our responsibilities to the whole of humanity.
Right. Can I just say, right? This is really, really powerful for me because it's almost as though she's trying to, in this whole thing, she's trying to like embody or like she's trying to hit a certain level of creativity here that almost like it's so hard to do what she's actually about to do here. I can't even I can't even put it into proper words. That's not like me. But and I tell you something, I have projects here that, you know, I've said it many times in this broadcast that I have Tynetta in mind, you know, doing them, and as I've, in fact, praise be to Allah for helping me remember that. There is in the story, in my story that I have, we call them the oracles, and they're like these. No, they're like, yeah, they're called the oracles, but they're like these women who go around the earth, and they're like the oracles, and nobody can basically touch them. Like nobody can touch them. Like not even like the enemy can't touch them. How can I say it? It's like in my story. Anyway, I don't really want to digress too much on it, but you know, I have a lot of creativity that I think Tynetta would genuinely love the idea of, and people in the nation would love the idea of, because it really relates to you lot, and it just relates to things. And I always picture myself, so I always just imagine that one of my jobs, like, or one of my like sources of fun for myself, one of my little projects that I'll leave behind, this life, this world, and for the future is this story. But I always felt like I'd work on it when I'm on the wheel. Like when I'm safe. Like I can't do it here. It's like Allah's given it to me, but he's not given it to me to do here yet, in a way. I don't know. That's how I look at it. I look at it with a lot of hope, obviously. But just what she's about to do here is very like, it's so universal, it's so colourful, I so relate to what she's doing.
We are going to begin that now.
Yeah.
As we lower the lights in the auditorium and we begin to hear this melodic music that takes us into areas of our universe and of our planet to tell us the story of humanity.
Oh my gosh.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Right. This flipping performance, you're not ready for it, mate.
The slides. Prepare. Now, very quickly, we're going through the universe and we're also...
That's where it come from. Oh, sorry, I'm going to be doing this the whole way. I might have to not actually do Taha in the Quran today. I might just make the whole episode about this. Right, let me tell you this.
Now,
you see this picture here? This is so powerful. This actually did something to my brain once for my story. And it was that basically, if you can see all these things here, boom, 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 these trumpets, trumpet there. I called it, what is it now? Oh my God. The First and Second Symphony, praise be to Allah. The First and Second Symphony in my story. Now what it is, the First and Second Symphony is a series, well, it's the same series, but in two different time periods. One, in the first time period that it happened, it fails, and in the second time period that it happens, it succeeds. Now watch this. There's 12 that make the symphony. So look, there's 12 occurrences. That's an occurrence, that's an occurrence, that's an occurrence, and that's an occurrence, and that's an occurrence. But there's 12 of them all around the globe, and they have to happen succinctly and successively. So this one comes before that one becomes before that one comes before that one. So for instance, it's like, I'll give you, what was one of them? So it's basically 12 stages to it, right? Maybe one day I'll find it for you. Oh, I'd just love to share that with you one day, but I don't want to digress too much. But it's basically like there's a symphony of events, if you could say it like that. There's a symphony of events that have to happen one after another. And when the symphony of events have happened, the planet, it's almost like the planet responds to the symphony and goes into a new growth. But if it is stopped at any point and is broken throughout the symphony, it is completely broken, and you have to start all the way from the next cycle that it happens. So that's in my story anyway. But that was, I just got like a flashback from watching this like ages and ages ago, and that's what that idea gave me. Again, I just know what I just love Tynetta's creative side. I really do. All right, I'm going to try to show them now.
We're going through the universe, and we also saw a trumpet sounding from the heavens, and we saw 12 small trumpets sounding the A-tone message. As you remember, the A-tone message was delivered at the Million Man March in 1995, and the 440 revolutions per second is the actual A tone for the tuning up of the orchestra. And the orchestra will be tuning up again with the tone. What you're looking at here, as we go very quickly, are images from American indigenous cultures. We were in Tajín, which was one of the pyramid zones you saw, in Veracruz, the state of Veracruz. And here the Olmec culture is basically there. And you can see the gathering now of our Mexodus tour, which has taken people with our professor.
Look at the size of that. And look at the structure to its features. That ain't no white man. You see how the white man wants to control everything, don't want to teach nothing about the black man. Look at them lips. Look, these places were... The black man is so valuable, bro, sister. Anybody who's listening, just know how valuable the black man is. And know, yeah,
Hummer around the coastal area of Tabasco, of Veracruz, and also the state of Chiapas. And we are very happy that young people gathered with us on that journey. In this particular photo, we're seeing what's going on in the air above our heads. There is also a civilization that is above our heads. And most of the indigenous cultures point to the heavens as their source of origin.
That's right.
And our teaching points to the heavens
Right.
as the source of our origins. Here you see some pictures of my children traveling with me at very young ages. First to Egypt was Ishmael and my daughter Ahmadiyya. And who you just saw was the daughter of Anwar Sadat. And here you see Mexico, to the valley where...
Can I just say as well, there is so much... What she's doing here, I'm doing in written form, but I'm giving myself so much time to explain things. But I just want to let you know that what you're actually looking at here, Sister has probably got... Mother Tainetta has probably got multitudes of works that she could give out in terms of what it is that you're actually looking at, but because they're going so fast and because the symphony is going, you know, at a relative speed that it has to go to go through with it all, she's probably not able to break down a lot of what is actually being shown here. But there is a great context to it, and there's a if you search or study the teachings of the Most Honourable Elijah Muhammad, and it will lead to all of this. It's just through the teachings of the Most Honourable Elijah Muhammad, it just is an array of colours. It is an array of study. It is beautiful and connects to everything in the universe. Praise be to Allah.
Introduced the first expression of Taha with orchestra and with musicians from that part of the world, the sacred valley of Mexico, Tepoztlan, Amatlan. And here you're just seeing images showing you outdoor setting where the stage was built. Wow. Instead of an indoor theater, we were outdoors. And now we're down in the state of Chiapas, and we're taking our group through the land to visit the indigenous people of the Lacandon forest. Here we see the beautiful waterfalls. We're in nature, and we were surrounded by nature, such as what you see here throughout the state of Chiapas.
A mother stretches
oh my gosh,
across all
please,
5 of her children.
brother, I don't like how frequent
meals
these adverts
so his children
are. I
can
know, brothers, I understand, but come on, man.
We're in Peru,
I just want to stick on
and
this.
my son and I traveled to Peru many years ago in the early 90s, Machu Picchu, which you're familiar with.
Oh,
and again, I'm
amazing.
in the forest area, and the parrots and other macaw and different birds that were very friendly with us. These are people that we met that came all the way from Russia, Moscow, and happened to be in Palenque at the very same time that we were celebrating the crystal skull ceremony. You
She's
see
got
those
the glass of
glasses on their
water.
heads?
Hey.
Water glasses.
Right.
That might make some of you recall that the Savior, Master Fard Muhammad, we were told, danced with the water glass on his head.
Yes.
Now this is an interesting picture, but it's going kind of fast, so I may not be able to explain everything.
Yes.
There you saw the score of Taha being presented, and our maestro, who will be introduced, Mr. Philip Lynn, came down also to Mexico with his family to try to see where they could improve, enhance, and enlarge Mother's vision and Mother's dream of playing in concert with other indigenous instruments that is mixed into the symphony. In this particular period, we were in Tepoztlan, the holy and sacred valley, and this is Yanga, who is the great hero, the first liberator, and we just recently celebrated 400 years of his fight for liberation in the Americas. We are at the Lowell Observatory and the very spot where they discovered Pluto. And here we are in Sedona in the Red Rocks. And so we're trying to show you how we blend with so many people in so many parts of the world. This is in Bimini, which is in the Bahamas. And what you saw through the water were stone road that they say belongs to an ancient culture, civilization that went below the waters. Here I'm in Mongolia, and it was about 20 degrees below zero, but Chicago now has surpassed the below zero mark. Here I'm meeting the 29th generation of Genghis Khan in Mongolia, and you saw there a flash of a picture of the Honourable Minister Farrakhan and his wife and sister Karima and myself as we were traveling in Dagestan in this very same area of Central Asia. And you keep seeing this piano back and forth because Mother is picking up the vibrations of the cosmos, the ecology of the environment in which we live, and blending in with the cultures. This is Dr. Ben Jakanen, and we were sharing some information at a gathering. And here we are in Mongolia, and you see here the instrument that the young brother here is playing as we were guests of the Unification Church at a leadership conference. Here I was given an award because of the music that they recognized over there as having connection to the scales of music and vibrations of the universal order. And they studied those high science, but this is China. That was the Great Wall. And this is some money that has Mao Zedong. These are images that were taken over at the Forbidden City.
Do you know, I'm spotting my favourite colour throughout this a lot. This colour that Sister's wearing right now. That's my favourite colour, that. Just, but it kind of, it really I'm drawn to it. I wonder if Tynetta's drawn to that colour, I just wonder.
Beijing, and those are some of the architectural structures that we visited. You remember the movie The Last Emperor, and that was the throne. This gentleman here is the top composer, arranger, and leader of the great traditional orchestra in Mongolia, who now has a copy of my music, this same music that we'll hear this evening, and wishes to present it to audiences in Mongolia, if it be the will of Allah, either this year or next year. Here you're seeing me visiting with the Buddhist monastery, and that was the only Buddhist woman who teaches the women in the Buddhist monastery there in Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia. Here is a Native American, this is a Native American sister from the Navajo Nation, along with the chairperson, Shirley, and the First Lady, as we visited there. You're seeing flashes of different people who have visited with me, or that I have met throughout this period of my study.
Wow.
And this is Miriam Akiba, as you may recognize.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when the minister said, or the Honourable Elijah Muhammad said, Allah's gone in front of you and made friends for you all around the world. You know, it's as though Tynetta did the same thing. Like, Tynetta's gone around the world, but Allah's gone in front and set up, made friends for Tynetta all around the world. Praise be to Allah.
Khadija and myself at a wedding. And this is Stevie Wonder and Sarita Wright. This is, of course, India Ari, as she came together, and she said the reason she came is because she was attracted to the work that
Elijah
we were
Muhammad.
doing. You saw the Honourable Minister Farrakhan at a very young age. This is the home in Detroit where he and his family first moved into Hamtramck after leaving Atlanta, Georgia. This is a rare picture, Mother Clara Muhammad and myself as a young teenager. And I think you recognize Honourable Minister Farrakhan fixing the mic for the great.
Look who it is.
Pay with
Oh,
Klarna
come
everywhere.
on.
One card,
These
2 ways
silly
to pay.
adverts, man.
Sign up now.
I'm not signing up to nothing
I have a
but
134 IQ. I make less money than friends who barely passed high school. Here's what I finally...
These are pioneer workers for the Hispanic
Sorry about the
people.
adverts, guys. So
Oh,
sorry about
that's
that.
right. That's my son. We thought we'd just put that in there. That was Ishmael, and we were in Pakistan in 1989 to help to get some of the jewels for the minister's garment. This were featured in Essence magazine, and this was at the end of the presentation that we had in Mexico, and that was some of my family. This is Yo-Yo Ma, the great Yo-Yo Ma, who met with the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. And then we just saw the Little Angels ballet group with Reverend and Mrs. Moon, and the minister and his wife also attended. These are showing you the Black presence in Mexico. You'll find families that are kindred to us. This is Costa Chica in the Pacific side of Mexico. This is a gathering of all of the young people who, oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, that was another slip. Somebody just slipped that in.
I think that was time. Oh.
And then here you see the Quran held by the Honorable Minister. Here you see the Honorable Elijah Muhammad making great disciples and people that are so famous, and even from Martin Luther King. I don't know how many people know that he met with Martin Luther King Jr. And in addition, that was it. The end? Oh my gosh. Thank you. I am now going to do my best to perform on the piano the central piece of the Taha Suite, Final Call, Symphonic Suite, that you will hear this evening. And you pray for me because I'm not a professional performer, but I have been able to get to the piano, and within, let us say, 5 to 7 days at the most, the title will come to me of these compositions. And so the titles, when they come, were titles of the chapters of the Holy Quran. And I said, my goodness, there's a story, you know, behind this expression of the cultural language of music as a universal language that reaches into the heavens above and affects the cultural development of us humans on this planet.
Right. You know what just came to me? What came to me listening to that was just that part there, was that each chapter has its divine vibration, and that if you was to put the chapter and its title rather, and yeah, the chapter itself, into a vibration, it would sound different. It would sound like it has its own unique expression. But Taha is very interesting because it's like along with its other chapters, like I think it's Taha, Yasin, and Hamim. I think those 3 chapters link in some way, shape, or form. I did do a writing about this actually. No, I'm not going in that. I'm not doing that. Because I don't know what's gonna go down if I mention all that. Because I'm gonna spend decades speaking, and I don't really want to again. We've not even got to the main performance. But listen, this is still a nice like little thing. But yeah, she made me think just now that, you know, it's as though the Quran is a song. And like, yeah, it's like the Quran is a symphony in and of itself. That's a beautiful thought to give me there, Tyner. Thank you.
And I pray that I will be able to perform this piece adequately so that you can see that this is not being made up. I actually played, and I've never had any training, as Minister Farrakhan pointed out, and I never had training on an instrument, and I don't know how to read music.
Right.
So I had to just keep it in my head. And
It's really interesting. I share this gift with Tyner. Just a fun fact. I can walk up to a piano and start playing it. I don't know how to read music. Don't know how to. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I know what I'm looking at. If that makes sense. No, I actually know what she's talking about. Like, all right, I'll give you an example. The other day when I went to that community thing, I said to the guy, because they were doing loads of music, I said, "You've got a lot of music here, haven't you?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "I'm a musician, you know." I was like, "If you need someone like, you know, you need a rapper or whatever." He was like, "Oh, right, what instrument do you play?" And you know what I said? I said, "I am the instrument." I always say that to everyone that asks. I always say, "I am the instrument." What I do, I said, is I let God play me. I let myself become God's instrument, and I let him strum me like I'm an instrument. You know, I am like I say. So I can sing, I can rap, I can harmonize. I'm a lyricist, but I always say, and I've said it in other again testimony and that I'm like helping you to know a bit about myself as a brother in this broadcast. My greatest gift will always be my ear. And Dinah is pointing to the ear. It is the ear, you know. It's the ear. You know, having the ear of music is a great gift, because you can learn to play an instrument. You can have learned to play an instrument, but if the ear is not attuned, it's as equally as it can be quite painful actually to you have to, what it is with that is when you struggle to have the ear, or when you've not necessarily got the ear for music, you have to then learn your instrument becomes your ear. Does that make sense? So that's why you see people tuning up their instrument with their instrument, whereas, you know, if you can tune it up through you, so it's like, all right, I'll give you an example. Like when someone's playing like a note, they're using a software, or they're using maybe a technological device to show them on the beeper whether they're in the right key. Whereas someone who's got the ear of music will know what key, it will know if they're in the right key, not by no technological device, or by an app, or like by something on the computer. It'll be by their own ear that they calculate whether they're in key or not. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But I share this same gift with Tyner. I hope that kind of makes sense.
I do practice it, and this is my first opportunity to perform before this gathering of believers and our friends. So thank you so very much. Let me see if I can do this.
Oh, do you know, I'm so feeling for her, because like I know how nervous and nerve-wracking it can be to perform. I really do know how nerve-wracking it can be to perform. It's like I mean, I tell you what, I've actually forgot my lyrics one time on stage, right? But God just stayed with me. Oh, I can't even imagine. I can't even tell you that it was, because only I knew that I hadn't remembered them, but because I played it off so well, you know. But this is it does run through your mind. I mean, you have to look at people like Michael Jackson, for instance, and just think to yourself, you were on a different plane of existence, let alone like as a performer, because I mean, obviously he trained himself. Well, he was trained as a very, very young boy to be able to handle that. But it is nerve wracking. Oh my gosh, we're walking everywhere today, me. Swear to God, man, it's nerve wracking, yo. But I'm
In
kind
this
of
particular piece by another one of our young performers who really is not a performer, but he's of the Mevlevi Dervish school, and he flew in by the grace of contributions being made, among them the Honourable Minister Farrakhan, to make it possible for us to share, enjoy the expressions coming from our family members. He happens to be from the sacred city of Kona, which is in Turkey. He didn't fly in from Turkey. He happens to be living in Canada. So it wasn't that difficult. And he will come in and go out throughout this particular performance to show you or to share with you the spiritual, meditative form that one's religion can take them to in their connection to God, that we can pivot, and the pivotal part of our life is God Himself. So we align ourselves with Allah. So we recite the name Allah. And then we come back down to the earth much more humble than we were before. Thank you.
That's amazing. And I love that it's Rasul there. I love Rasul. Oh my God. Rasul Muhammad. What a servant. Captain Rasul. Oh my God. She uses the black keys, that's what I do. She focuses on the black keys, oh my Lord. Swear to God, this is really interesting. he's slowly blossoming. It looks like a tree. Holding that left hand in a same place, but look at the right hand. You seeing it? Can you see what I'm saying? It's almost as though the music's making him do that. Pedal now. That was amazing. Oh my days. Look at the minutes there, yes. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh, well done. That was amazing. We've got anything? Oh, we've got so much more stuff there. Oh my god. This is going to be a long episode, guys, but you know what? We don't care. We're doing it. Look at these stupid people, man. You know, just think that the white man's world is so stupid. Oh no, it's just so stupid. Anyway, carry on. Let's go. Oh, that was brilliant though, Tynetta. Well done. I love that. I wanted to know what that represented, because it's like that young child there doing that like spin and doing that stuff was really. I'd love to know what Tynetta done that for, because that just is beautiful to me. There's something beautiful about that I just don't quite understand yet. Unless she says something about it. Oh, okay. Wait, whoa. How many times did Taha get mentioned then? See, I don't miss a thing, me. 1, 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Taha, the story of Moses
8.
and Aaron. O man, listen to thy Lord.
Moses is called.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent,
Oh my God.
the Merciful.
Guys.
O man.
Sorry. Guys, we don't even need to recite the Quran today, because she's doing it.
We have revealed the Quran to thee, that thou mayst be unsuccessful. But it is a reminder to him who fears, a revelation from him who created the earth and the high heavens.
And has the story of Moses come to thee? When he saw fire, he said to his people, "Stay, I see a fire. Haply, I may bring to you therefrom a live coal, or find guidance at the fire." So when he came to it, a voice came, "O Moses, surely I am thy Lord. So take off thy shoes, surely thou art in the sacred valley of Tua."
And I have chosen thee to listen to what is revealed. Surely I am Allah. There is no God but I. So serve me and keep up prayer for my remembrance. Surely the hour is coming. I am about to make it manifest, so that every soul may be rewarded as it strives.
Moses and Aaron go to Pharaoh. He said, "My Lord, expand my breast for me, and ease my fare for me, and loose the knot from my tongue, that they may understand my word, and give to me an aider from my family, Aaron, my brother. Add to my strength by him, and make him share my task, so that we may glorify thee much, and much remember thee. Surely thou art ever seeing us."
He said, "Thou art indeed granted thy petition, O Moses. Go thou and thy brother with my messages, and be not remiss in remembering me. Go both to you. To Pharaoh, surely he is inordinate. Then speak to him a gentle word. Haply he may mind or fear. So go you to him and say, surely we are two messengers of thy Lord. So send forth the children of Israel with us, and torment them not. Indeed, we have brought thee to a message thy Lord, and peace to him who follows the guidance.
Pay with Klarna
Oh my
everywhere.
god,
Get a debit card that lets you pay later.
This stupid adverts, bro. Stupid adverts. So sorry about the adverts today, guys. It's like I'm freaking... Oh my god. Oh. This is like striking, isn't it? I don't know about you. This is like striking. Kind of, that's what that was like then. It's the bell. Ya That sounds like rap. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. We going in to the nation of Islam, buzzing in. Oh yeah. Allah coming in with a taha. Inshallah. It sounds like rap though. Whoa. Yeah. Do you know, to me, the band represents the male or the man, and the performers represents, or rather, I'll say it like this: the band represents the masculine, or the sound represents the masculine, and then the visuals to this performance represents the feminine. To me, I don't know. I might have that wrong, but that's just what I'm gathering. Like, look how focused the brothers are, and look how free the sisters are. See what I mean? What is
Whoa.
this? We don't want to know, guys. We're only here for Dinetta. We're not here for nothing else, man. Go away. Sorry, guys. Oh, I love that. I'm getting ideas as this is like going. It's like thunder, that. Oh, okay. This is how we're gonna go say. It's a tiny a flow, oh yay. It's a yay, Kanye flow. It's a Wednesday. Doing this, okay. My brother. Yeah. 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 Come on. Come on. Jeez. Did you see that last part though? We've got a beatboxer involved. We'd love that. Wow. We still got more. We still got more. It's tying out her again. It's cyclical. It's cyclical. All of it is cyclical. Okay. It's like he's on strings. Wow. What did that all mean? I'd love to know. I'd love to know, mate. Oh, this freaking advert game again. I'm so sorry, guys. I do so apologise. But this is so interesting. I mean, it is for me. As a musician, as a creative, as an incredibly creative person. I don't shy away from none of that. Oh my god. They'll sell you the sky if they could. Swear to God, man. The wind. Nature. making me want to study Taham, I tell you. Stimulating. That's the word. It's very stimulating. Don't clap, don't clap. Nobody clap, it's not over. Always be patient. Ringing it in. Hey, he's back. And it's Jack. Captain America. You can call me Cap. Hey. Amazing. She's really good, that girl. mean, they're all really good, but specifically, I've noticed how really talented that girl is. Oh. Every time with it. Every rhyme with it. Hey, put a diamond in it. Put a diamond in the dirt. Maybe go find it. Okay. Come on. Get it. Get it. We fit it. We're fit it. I just want to be on stage with him. Yeah. Oh my days. The conductor's going in as well. Oh, do you know what? I've got it covered, don't worry guys. This is inspiring, this. Oh man, I need to hurry up. It's making me feel some type of way. Like, I got spirit. I'm gonna write some of my lyrics. Tonight you'll feel it. Put them around your finger. They like me sinning. Way beyond thy limits. Hey, healthy reminder of assignments. If he keeps going on, I might just kill him. the cyclical nature of God. God, I can't sing it. I feel it rapping. Well, let's just say that was interesting. Fair enough. Oh my gosh. I just want to rap now. Should we do a little rap instead of Quran? Should we just do it? Should we just do it today? It's a bit of a different episode, isn't it? Let's just do it. Orphanenta. Greetings from me like you used to. The orphanenta. The orphanenta. Please be strong me like you're mean to. The orphanenta. The orphanenta. Oh, Joshua. Just saw you, Joshua. Oh, I miss Joshua. Wow. Well, that was so interesting. That's so cool.
We have a concert. She's going to do it then? Okay. Encore. Mother Tanetta Muhammad.
Oh, she's so humble. She's so humble. Oh, they got some flowers.
Allahu Akbar. Mother Tanetta Muhammad. At this time, Mother absolutely want to give recognition to some of her international friends who have been so wonderful, so accompanying, and we have to give thanks.
Right, we're gonna... I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I'm just gonna rap a bit because I feel like rapping. I don't know why. I don't know. Don't ask me why. And it's 16:16. It's 16:16. That's what time it is. It's 16:16. All these flipping adverts, bruh. I'll probably turn it down a bit. I just feel like rapping, mate. I've not rapped in like months. Yeah. The orphan and yep. Okay. Flipping episode. Yo. Preach it strongly at the speed, yeah. The orphan and please be strong, be like your bees, yeah. Yeah. You don't smell coffee, better watch I'm breaking your nose. A better warm truth, kingdom always raining and cold. It dwells in the old, cars got the latest of rolls. But the patience see it wave as we getting on home. I do the writing, do the reading, pave the way for you all. If boss man's upset, well leave him alone. Visionaries they can see clearly stood on their toes. God sends you a speaker saying be as you're told. Staying up with Georgie, running up again. They wanna see what Fard see, I saw many men. Imagine having a guy that's like more than just a friend. Traveling at light speed, yeah, the Quran reflect. I came to just remind these shoulders forehead. You don't wanna see this life, yeah, do your soul repent. I wonder if they like me, get it off my chest. Run a half mile, thank you for my legs. Got you both, yeah. Red, black, brown, yeah. Where maybe lament with some Bruce Wayne ting, yeah. Sin out the dent. To God's real for a second, just imagine depths. Absent fathers, a loss of respect. To describe the holiest, yeah, erect. Cause I've been closer for my days. I've been not read this for a while. Signpost, it says better be ready because you like, yeah. Wait, light pause. No city is energy up in my house. I am the open crystallized like high grounds. Stop telling me, stressing me, I'm in my cloud. High five with the creator, yeah, this is my sound. This my power, this my recipe, this is my code. This is 5 rounds, master easy and right roads. Can see eye gouge, it's just praises me to Allah. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought I'd end with a bit of a rap there. I don't know. It's a nice little beat in it, yo. I do want to start again though. I want to see if I can nail it a bit better. Preach it, it goes. It starts with this, it goes. Preach it strong, be like your speed, yeah. I often in there. Be arguing, anyway. Do that again. So I'll be here all day. Won't be like this, yeah. I wonder if you're the orphan and please be strong, be like your bees, yeah. You all creators, there's one creator. Jesus comes to plant the seed, yeah. I don't know why we all here waiting. The world's going mad cause it's all cause of Satan. And yeah, Farrakhan Messiah, don't get it mistaken. You don't smell coffee, better watch I'm breaking your nose. Bringing a warm truth, kingdom's always raining and cold. It dwells in the old, cars got the latest of rolls. But the patience see it wave as we getting on home. I do the writing, do the reading, pave the way for you all. If boss man's upset, well leave him alone. Visionaries they can see clearly stood on their toes. God sends you a speaker saying be as you're told. Staying up with Georgie, running up again. They wanna see what Fard see, I saw many men. Imagine having a guy that's like more than just a friend. Traveling at light speed, yeah, the Quran reflect. Came to just remind these shoulders forehead. You don't know what it's like to your soul, yeah, repent. I wonder if they like me, get it off their chest. Run a half mile, thank you for my legs. Give you both my arms, Messiah. Flag You will lament to him who is waiting. I say no to them. God's real for a second. Imagine all the debt, absent fathers, and loss of respect. Be described as so the whole is a wreck. Cause I've been close to my days trying to earn them. Eminem went. I'm like a catchphrase. I can't even remember this bit. But yeah, this is class, yo. That's really inspired me, you know. Tynet has really inspired me with that thing, with that Taha. Taha! like, Taha! Like, Ta. It's like Ta. It's like you're saying thank you. You know, to say that. Ta. Ta. That's like Taha. Oh, it's just, you know, maybe Taha is like, I mean, there's so many things about Taha. Oh my god, this has been such a long episode, guys. Yeah. Oh, my brother's ringing me as well. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna stop end this because I'm gonna have to take this call. Listen, I love you. Assalamu alaikum. It's been a great episode. Really different, isn't it? But yeah, it's much peace, much love, all the good stuff. I love you a lot. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you.